Yo, what's going on, guys and girls? Sorry. So apparently, my internet connection just completely bombed out on me. It just died. So I don't know what happened. Everything went down. Restarted my router. Restarted the modem, and finally everything came back up. But what a pain! What a pain! So I apologize for that. Trying to get everything set back up again. So I left off, we were talking about Project Ares. We were going through one of the missions for Linux that I was doing terrible on, actually, which is okay, because I'm no Linux pro. But we're going to get that back up and going again. I'm trying to get logged in. So let me pull that up. That's not the one that we want.
Are you ready for a serious game? Select a mission, invite your team, and let's begin.
One. Oh. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the chat back up. Oh my goodness. Not a way that I wanted to start out my my live stream by any means. Let's get this changed over to Aries. And get this changed over to I need to upgrade my mesh network. I need to upgrade something. This is terrible. Not sure why the chat's not showing up now. It's kind of frustrating. Let's try this one more time. There we go. There's the chat. Alright, cool. So now I can get back to doing this mission. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing much better than I am today, because that was just like the most frustrating thing that I've come across in a while. How does Project Ares compare to Practice Labs? IT Pro TV hands-on seems to have better runtime compared to Practice Labs. So Ares it's completely different than any other platform that I've seen, just based on the fact that they're really getting you diving deep into learning some of these different practices within cybersecurity. So like I said, they go over like pen testing stuff. It's all simulated. So the fact that it's, a game, right, essentially a game, and you're pulling up, in some of their missions, like they pull up, you could spin up like 100 different VMs, which is just insane. So it's really simulating, a real world experience on what you would either have to do to defend your network or to quote unquote hack a network. Where Practice Labs, you definitely get hands-on. However, I don't think anything's is quite as involved as this is. I need to share my whole window to make this right. So hold on. Let's do this. Screen capture, monitor capture, desktop 2. There we go. All right. Excuse me. Now we can get back to this. But yeah, I mean, Practice Labs is great. Like, I love what they're doing. I just don't think none of the other platforms are this advanced with actually teaching you the real world skills that you would need to get like a pen testing job, for instance. Now, you know, a lot of what you're learning, like what I'm doing right here, like a lot of this that I'm covering, like, yeah, you could learn Linux and Practice Labs without, you know, any issues. Practice Labs is going to be great for learning that type of stuff. But, you know, pulling up all these different VMs and actually initiating commands against their simulated, you know, targets like servers, switches, and things like that. You're not really going to run into that on any other platform. So anyway, we where do we leave off over here? We need to view the manual page for the nmap command. That's right. I remember leaving off there. And then my connection bombed out. So we do man nmap. If you ever ask anybody about learning Linux, there a lot of people, I think a majority of people will tell you, learn what the man command can do for you. Because the man command really it gives you basically, well, you can see it here, a whole description on what the nmap command does, which is really freaking cool. So it's just a built-in, you know, encyclopedia, dictionary, how-to, gives you everything that you need to know about nmap, essentially. So I'm just scrolling through here, just showing you guys, like, here are all the different switches that you can use with nmap, which is pretty freaking cool. Yeah, there's a lot here. We'll quit that. So we viewed the manual page for the nmap. Now we're going to need to get a list of running processes owned by all users. I think that's just PS-A. Is that right? No, PS. It is PS, isn't it? Processes PS-A. I don't know which one it was. I just did everything. Now get a list of processes, but only display the ones owned by user 1. So this would be PSA, maybe user 1. No. PSA grep user 1. Is that it? No, that's not it either. So we want PS. Oh, we got to use a hint. Oh no, we did it. I guess it just took a while for it to register over here. So that's cool. I actually did remember that one. Now we want to make a directory in your home directory named mydir with root ownership. Oh, man. Now, I don't know how to actually create the directory and give it root ownership in one command. Like, I'm not sure how to do that. Security Plus studying is going well. I'm a little bit behind compared to where I want to be. I was just doing cryptography last night, and that, oh my gosh, that's so, cryptography sucks. That's all I have to say. I do not like cryptography. Hey, what's going on, Decoy from Chicago? What's up? Representing Chicago. That's what I love to hear. So let's see. In my home directory, so I think we need to go back one. We need to do make dir mydir Permission denied. Let's see, home. We need to be in our home directory, so we need to do make dir mir, make directory mir. Why am I getting permission denied? Well, that's frustrating, to say the least. What's in this directory? Home. Oh, okay. So we need to do cd user 1 and then make dir mir. Now that should work. There we go. Now I don't know, I can't remember the commands to give it root ownership. Sudo. Oh. Okay, apparently I did know that, but I wasn't thinking about it. So let's do rm dir mir. And then we can do sudo make dir mir. Somewhere over here, we have the password for the root. Here we go, instructions. Past U1. So we'll go ahead and pump that in here. There we go. This is cool. I like really enjoy doing this. I wish I had more time to do it. You're a couple chapters away from cryptography, and you hear it's a doozy. It's definitely a doozy. I went through the entire lesson on cryptography, which was really long, I feel like, compared to the other ones. And I got like 32% on the practice exam. I was super frustrated with myself. Super frustrated. Very annoying. Again. Oh, I hate being sick. So yeah, 32% on the practice exam for cryptography. So I'm going to go over that whole entire lesson again. Take better notes. Because that's just so frustrating. There's so much to learn about cryptography. I posted something on LinkedIn the other day yesterday that said cryptography is supposed to be difficult to understand or something like that. And I was like, yeah, no crap. It's not fun. So now we need to change the owner of the directory we created named mydir to be user1. I don't know how to do that. I'll be the first one to tell you. I don't know how to do that. We got to use the chown command. Okay. So, and again, with the hints, like, it's cool because, like, they actually tell you, like, they'll go through it and try to explain what it is that you're doing here. I'm not going to go over that because if I try to read all this with you guys, like, that's just kind of boring, don't you think? You guys can sign up for this. Just go to Circadians, hit up John Ballard. John Ballard at Circadians.com. That's the dude to hit up. Now we need to user one mydir. So now user one should be the owner of mydir, of this directory, but it's taken a while. Why isn't it working yet? User one mydir. I think sometimes it must take a while for it to register. We did it right. Sudo chown user one mydir. Yeah. Okay, there it goes. It must take a while to do all that. Now we want to change the permissions on the file you created earlier named temp to be read, write, execute for user, group, and world. Well, that's just, what, 777. So, let's see. ls So we need to do chmod temp.tx. Let's do temp. Would it be 777 here? Chmod temp. That could be right. It was right. Awesome. So here's like my basic limited Linux skills right here. I mean, obviously I've had to use the hints a couple times, but I mean, I'm surprised that I'm actually getting some of these right. I'm really excited about that. Okay, so you guys who aren't aware, this is called Project Ares. It's a next generation cybersecurity training. That's what they're titling themselves with right there. Essentially a gamified training platform if you want to learn cybersecurity. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going through one of their battle rooms, which is just kind of giving us the basic rundown of Linux. So this battle room just focuses on some basic Linux commands that you need to utilize in like later missions and stuff. As soon as I finish this up, I'll go over the platform again and really kind of break it down a little bit better. But right now, we're just kind of going through this mission where we're learning basic Linux skills. It's testing us to make sure that we do know them. We're able to use hints on the side here. This is what we need to do. Here's our task list. So we'll go through that. If we need to use a hint, we can just click on the question mark, go through the hints. We can read everything. It'll tell you exactly what we're going to be doing. And it's essentially what Project Ares is trying to do is teach you all the commands and everything that you would need to know about Linux in order to progress through learning, different cybersecurity functions or different cybersecurity types of jobs and things like that. So a lot of what you'll find here, you'll find like pen testing stuff. You can learn how to do pen testing. You can learn, you'll do a lot of like different red team and blue team type of missions. So it's not free. If you guys reach out to John Ballard, I put his email up there. Tell him that I sent you, and I don't quote me on this. And I said this earlier. I want to say it's around $50 or $60 a month or something like that, but I mean it's well worth it. I pay for it. I love it. Like I honestly, this platform like blew me away when I first saw it. I was just like floored. I was like, holy crap! I can't believe something like this actually exists. So again, we'll go over this in a minute, but right now we need to make a copy of the file temp you created earlier and name the copy temp2. Oh shoot! So copy is I know this and I can't think of it. So we'll use the hint. CP, gosh darn it. CP temp2. So we're copying our temp file and we're renaming that copy to temp2. And enter. Let me break this down a little bit here. There we go. Now we need to create a soft link of the file temp2 you created and name the link temp3. Oh my gosh, I remember going through this in my LPI Essentials course. Shoot. Oh my gosh. See, this is why right here, like this is why, like Dwan always says, lab every day. Like actually putting these types of commands and skills to use is what really helps you retain some of the stuff. And if you're not doing it, on a daily basis or very often, you just forget some of the stuff. And I totally forgot what this is. If I go to the next page, it's going to give me some type of other hint before I get to the last one. Maybe not. Oh, it's LNS. I don't remember it being LN though. For some reason, I don't remember that at all. So here we go. Battle room is complete. 100% complete. It took me 50 minutes because this mission was still running when we had our internet connection issues. So that's why it took so long. And we used 24 out of 45 hints. That's pretty cool. Let's, if you hit replay, oh, that's so cool. So here's just more analytics. You're able to kind of go over what you did. That's kind of cool. There's a lot about this platform that I don't even know about. I'm going to go back into this because there was something that I wanted to try. It looked like there was a drop-down menu for the command line. Dude, I wish there was more hours in a day so I could practice more also. I was just complaining about that last night to the wife. I was like, I need more time. I need to do these things. Like, ASAP, make time, figure out how I'm going to do it, and just get it done. Because it's hard. It's hard making time, especially when you have like a family or you're working full time. You end up staying up later than you want to. That's me all the time. I always stay up later than I want to get stuff done. Alright, so I guess that was it for that. I thought there would be more to it. Oh, thank you, Dakota, you jerk. So we can go over, we can look at the network analyst one and see what this has. Just check it out. Is Project Ares Kali specific? I think they have quite a few different VMs that they spin up besides Kali. I'm not sure what other distros that they use. But essentially, in a lot of the missions and different battle rooms and stuff that you go through, you could spin up anywhere from like 1 to 100 different virtual machines that would line up with what you're trying to do on your mission, or your whatever battle that you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to learn. So like this one right here. So we have there's going to be 2 different VMs spun up here, for Splunk and then for Security Onion. Oh, see, here's a different distro. I'm not sure which one this is. We're still waiting for our battle tasks to be loaded. I ended up putting Parrot on my laptop because I wanted to try it out, because I heard a lot of good things about that distro. There we go. Wow. I have no idea what this is. Determine why launching snort with this path fails, i.e. sudo snort. L8 snort starts correctly once you found the issue. Wow. Yeah, see, this is more than I know about anything right now. Like, this is like way beyond what I'm learning currently. So, this is where the hints come in place. Like, this is what's really good about it, is that here it's going to show you and tell you exactly what you're doing, why you're doing it, and then it gives you exactly what you need to do. Yeah, see, this is like way beyond the stuff that I'm doing right now. So we're going to go out of this one because I'm not even going to try. I'll be using like every single hint for that. Here we go back to the world map because I said I would show you guys what it's like. But here's the main screen that you, as soon as you log into Project Ares, this is the main screen that you get. And you guys can see here's our battle school that we were just in. And here's different missions. And where's mission 1 at? Maybe mission 1. if we go into here, here's like different badges that you can earn going through this mission: computer languages, infrastructure, network design, hacking methodologies, vulnerability assessment, information systems, and network security. You got a leaderboards. You guys can compete against other people. This would be your history. If you've gone through it before, it's going to kind of show you, you know, how long you took, what your score was, all that fun stuff. Schedule, I haven't used that. That's cool. You can create an event so you can compete with other people. That's cool. So we'll go, we'll click on easy and we'll see what gets spun up here.
A group of hackers in Guangdong have been running a widespread malware scam by using a botnet network. Their activities have triggered a collapse of the Moravian National Bank, with thousands of defrauded account holders demanding their deposits from local branches. We have identified their command and control center in the Netherlands. This server is a single point of failure for the botnet, so taking it down will prevent the scam from claiming more innocent victims. Get to it fast before you're detected and before Moravia reaches an economic crisis. Team leader, please read the mission order. There is a lot of intel that can help you in your mission.
So cool. We'll look at the mission orders. Here's, it goes over the situation, so it gives you this scenario that they just kind of talked about. Here's examples of different botnets and just more information. Here's more specifics on the mission. The following are core competencies that your team must possess to be successful. So you must know CLI for Linux, network protocols, reconnaissance, password cracking, process exploration, remote administration. Here is what we're going to be doing within this mission. We're going to identify the botnet C2 server and gather credentials for it. We're going to gain access to the botnet C2 server, and then we're going to disable the botnet web service on the C2 server. So this, again, here's just kind of your instructions on what you're doing. Here's more stuff that's referring to the actual mission. There's command and control. Again, going over more of the information here. Here's out of bounds, things that you can and cannot do. This is cool. And then references. I thought in one of these tabs they had like credentials and stuff that you would be utilizing. Maybe not. Okay, we viewed mission orders. We can take the qualification quiz that will probably fail, but we can go through it. So the qualification part here, basically it's just assessing you to see if you are prepared for this. So we'll go ahead and start the quiz. So question 1 of 5, open source and public information commonly found on the internet can be used during the network footprinting phase. True or false? We'll say true. I don't know. Correct. Yay. Woo. Got one. Of the following, which is not considered a Unix-based system? Windows XP. Correct. Woo. What is the function of a router? I'll take my time a little bit on this. It attempts to move the IP packet one hop closer to the destination. It uses DNS to route the packet to the next hop. It uses ARP to route the packet to the next hop. It determines the entire route for an IP packet from source to destination host. Oh, gosh. That's like it's really trying to throw you off with everything here. And there's definitely let's see. I mean, I feel like it would be what would be D? I feel like it'd be D. Incorrect. was A. I thought it was either between A and D for me. Ah, well, we got one wrong. Question 4.5. Assuming the name of another system by either corrupting the name service cache of a victim system or by compromising a domain name server for a valid domain. Assuming the name of another system by either corrupting the name service... Oh, so DNS spoofing. If one were to pay for areas for a month, could they sweat it and complete it? I'm not sure. It depends on your level of knowledge. What's going on, Jason Bacon Wolf? What file on Linux contains the list of port numbers and associated names monitored by inetd? I don't think that... I think it would be etc hosts. We'll try it. We'll try it. I'll wait. Anybody have a suggestion for the last one? I'll put it in the chat because I know the video is delayed for that. Go back to that. I think it's etc hosts. You know, we could spin up a VM and look. We could try that. So anyway, you guys have any other questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. We'll be doing this for, I don't know, another 10-15 minutes or so. Not too long. I just want to kind of see how a stream would operate during the day. Try something different. Go over some things. We're going to be setting up a stream where we're going to talk about Security Plus here very soon. I think this week sometime during the evening. And we're going to go over some practice questions. That's what we were supposed to do today, but I had to wait. I had to get some confirmation. You have a help desk interview Friday. Well, good luck, man. Good luck for sure. They gave you homework, really? What kind of homework did they give you? I'm very interested to hear about that. Let's see, CD, etc. We'll see if these exist. That doesn't exist, right? CD, you could do, CD, etc. hosts. What the heck? Let's see this. etc ports. etc hosts. What is it? What's in here? See, we're cheating on this question right now because we're trying to look here. Is there a host folder? There is a host. What? Oh, that's file. etc services. Not directory either, so. Oh, what file? Oh, gosh darn it. It's a file. I thought it was in a folder. I was doing this wrong. So we could do this. We could do cat hosts. Okay, we can do cats. What is the other one? Services. So here's all the services with port numbers. and we want to list the port numbers and associated names monitored by INET. So I think it would be services. Prepare a user guide for connecting to a server via remote desktop connection. You made a user guide explain how to set remote connection on the admin side and wrote steps how to connect on the end user side. That's awesome. I love creating documentation, so that sounds like fun to me. Hey, Tech Media, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. How can you hack Facebook? Just kidding. All right, so for this question here, we're going to go with services, and we got that correct. So we only got one wrong out of all of that. All right, so let's do this recon stuff here. So this is the very first mission within Project Aries. So here, I wish it had a. See, this is where you actually have to know all the commands. Like, I'm not sure what I need to do here. If we go back to, there it is. What if we did? Mmap's going to show ports, right? Let's go back to this because it wants us. Yeah, I'm not sure. So basically, what we'd have to do here is go back and do. We have to go back and do some of the different battle rooms to understand what we're supposed to do. So obviously a little bit more involved than what I'm ready to do. But other people, oh no, I want to go back to Warman. Other people would probably have no problems with this stuff, like type of thing. So anyway, we can go back to, let's see, there's the assessments. I forgot about the assessments. The assessments here, these also are, here, for system, here we'll click on Network Analyst. I'll talk about all the steps that you need to do. So we can go through SQL Core, which is like a game, SQL Network Analyst. So, I'm sorry, I'm reading. The assessment is what you would do kind of after the fact. It's verifying that you know what you're talking about, know what you're doing. And then you get the certificate that says, "Hey, you're certified network analyst within Project Aries. You know what you're doing in that aspect." But I feel like the battle room is definitely going to be the best place to start out to help you learn about some of these different commands and technologies that they're talking about. Obviously, I have a lot more work to do to get to where I want to be within this. So hopefully one day, very soon, as I'm going through some of these different things, we'll get it down. change this. How come that's working there now? This makes no sense. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, hit me up right now. Otherwise, we'll kind of end the stream. Didn't go quite as planned because of all the technical difficulties that we had, but we'll get it. Why is that not working right? Come on. There we go. Awesome. Anyway. Alright. Yeah. Such a fail of a stream today. I think I got just so flustered by the fact that my internets went down earlier. And it just threw me off for the rest of this stream. So coming up, we'll be doing a live stream going over Security Plus practice questions, and we can kind of show you guys a little bit what's going on with that. Here we go. Lesson 1 practice questions. So this is kind of what you guys will see in the next live stream for the Security Plus. We'll go over the first 5 questions of each lesson here. So indicators of compromise is this lesson. The next lesson we'll be doing is critical security controls, and again we'll be going over the first 5 questions. I have to reset this one, it's not ready to look at. See, the third one we're doing security posture assessment tools, and then I think I said what, the first 3? First 3 or 4. We might do incident response. Here's cryptography. We'll go over that in one of the streams too. But oh my gosh, I freaking hated this lesson. This was by far the worst lesson that I went through. Like, it was not fun. Let's see. If I go into the practice questions for this one, you guys can see 32% I got right. I don't know, I could not retain that information for cryptography, encryption, all that. It was just, there's so much involved there. Let's see if we go to what study materials. There's 50 different pages here of information about different cryptography technologies and things to understand. So I feel like there's just so much to learn here. It definitely would take going over this a few times. Wait till chapter 6. Yeah. Not looking forward to it. Chapter 6 is PKI. That's what right here. Yeah. Public key infrastructure. I started that one just to go over some of it. 40 pages of PKI here. It's rough. It's rough. But I'm giving myself 30 more days to finish this up. And we have, what, 40 lessons, I think? Excuse me. 24 lessons, sorry. I thought there was 40 for some reason. So 24 lessons, and yeah. Let's see, this one's only 24 pages for that lesson. It should be fun. It should be exciting. I mean, I'm excited about it now, but I mean, I've been taking notes like crazy, trying to understand all this stuff, and I just need to do a better job with the cryptography part. But we'll get it down. Definitely having a hard time with that one. But yeah, we will go. I'm going to set up an event, another event, a live stream event for the Security Plus study, or for the Security Plus practice questions and stuff that we'll go over. We'll talk about more about the things that I'm having difficulties with, even though I'm only like 5 lessons in. Again, not where I really want to be, but it is what it is. Actually, as soon as we end this stream, I'm going to go back and go over the performance-based questions for cryptography, and then we're gonna go and I'm probably just gonna go over this entire course again, or this lesson on cryptography, because I had such a hard time with it, and it's so frustrating for me. So frustrating. Date for the Security Plus is going to be in March. I'm not sure if March 1st is on a Friday, I believe. Yeah, March 1st is on a Friday. I don't know if I would do it then, but the thing is, like, the next week, the following week, I'm going to San Francisco for RSA. So, like, that week is just, like, out of the question. I won't be able to do it then, because I'll be living it up in San Francisco's. I've never been to California. I'm super pumped about that. I'm pretty excited to be going to RSA too. But anyway, that's all I got for today's stream. Again, did not go at all like I wanted it to because of the technical difficulties that we had earlier, but it is what it is. We'll get more live stream set up, and I was just editing a video before the stream started, and then I got to get back to that too. So we'll have more stuff coming out soon. If you guys have any suggestions on stuff that you want to see, just let me know. Hit me up in a comment on YouTube. Please don't send me a message on Facebook, because I almost never reply to messages on Facebook. You can send me a message on LinkedIn, though. I do reply to messages on LinkedIn, because I use LinkedIn a lot more than I use Facebook. So thank you guys for joining, and I hope you have a great day. And